Why all this talk about the afterlife in my videos? Well, you have a time warp, and that is you have been challenging me about who I am to myself, and you put me into a low life form, and I lived for years on end, uh, not being able to say who I am to myself. And that was really not by design. It was by strangers who don't want me to know who I am so that I don't say it to them. They didn't do that so that I wouldn't say it to myself. They don't have a life that way, but they stole money and spent it on themselves and made it like a permanent condition. So it's true that I had to die out of it, and I did die out of it. But it took me from years 1980 through years 2022, and then 2022 through 2025. I've been ascending, and I'm not getting any leverage in the world. I'm not moving even a dollar in the banking and for myself to pay charges. I don't have that people are suspending the charges to myself. And you're trying to mix in my leverage with yours, and I don't have a life that way. I am deceased, is what I keep telling you, but you don't know what deceased is because you don't have deceased in the threatening. But you're not supposed to interfere with somebody who says they're deceased. And that's really true that you're racist that way, and you're treating black people like they're white people because they speak English, and they're not due to speak. You're not supposed to talk to a black person. They're not due to answer you. They're not due to speak to you in English. I know I do it, but that's because I'm me. You're illegal and you're not due near me. If I speak to you, I find you alone in the wrong. I'm sorry. If you speak to me, you're also alone in the wrong, and you should be sorry. And by the time it's over, I think you do know that I'm only sorry with myself for myself to myself about myself. And it's really true that you are not what that is, even though that's what you do in the threatening, because you want to know who and what I am, but then you're supposed to know with who and what you are, how to say no to those things. I say no to a lot of things in my life, but I don't say no very often because it's true that when I say no to something, I have not had success in putting through my will into my own life's volition. And there's no reason for that. That is true that Creator 8 is just extremely far in the wrong. And I have to trace this back to Michael and Jesus. Michael is who came before Jesus, and Jesus is himself deceased. It's true that Michael and Jesus are low entities and I don't afford them, is why they're in this world, but they don't know how to live in the world and how to die in the threatening. The world is more than just you see food and you eat it. You have threatening on yourself that you have to understand the people around yourself, and you're not doing the illegal dwellings at this time. The illegal hard properties are deceased by that if you don't have a dong genital, you're not allowed to use a key. If you have a penis, your penis is the key. You don't actually have a key that goes into a door locking. And if you're a female and you're near someone with the penis, you're due outside. So that you stay outside with the penis stays outside. If you don't have one because it's castrated, is not paid for, you're not alone. There are males who have a penis around you. And you're supposed to know who the God form is, and you're not supposed to watch this video and think that it's news. For the first time, I'm surprising you and you're going to turn it off. I've had to say that in other videos, that you're threatening to turn off the video, that you're threatening you don't know what to do when you're done with the video because you're angry with myself, but you're not God, but you're angry, but you're not God, and I am God, and you don't believe me because you want to be God to yourself, and that's you having a small piece of God inside yourself. You're getting, I want to say, oh yeah, angry about. Oh yeah, me and my piece of God are not going to do what you want me to do. And you can't make me. And that's true that you and your piece of God need to be in a prison because nobody's going to make you do anything. You have to turn yourself into prison and say, nobody's going to make me do anything. I need to be in a prison. I'm aware of that. You can't just say nobody's going to make me do anything and terrorize the whole living world around you. That is you not understanding your own alive, and it's not interesting to anyone who's not yourself.